a table. Should always capture the data as in a table. And I told you a table is going to have vertical columns, horizontal rows. So you need to keep this information into a table. That is our task. How to keep this information in a table? If you want to keep this information in a table, first you should need to understand how many columns you should require. And we require 6 columns. And I told you in the real time, each and every column should have a name. And I also told you each table should have a name. So my mission, my task is I want to get this information into SAS as a table. Because in SAS, we should always store the data in a form of a table. Okay, now please help me to create a table from this data. I told you in SAS, we always start our program either a keyword called data. And I told you, if you start our program with the keyword of data, what is this step is called? We call it as a data step. And sometimes we start our program with the keyword of proc. If you start our program with the keyword of proc, we call it as a proc step. Proc is nothing but a procedure. And I told you generally why we write the data step. We write the data step for 2 important reasons. The first one is for data access. For data management. And we write generally proc step for 2 important reasons. One is for data analysis and for data reporting or data presentation. For these 2 important reasons, we write the proc step. But this is not it's a strict rule. Sometimes we use a proc step for access and management, and sometimes we use a data step for analysis and reporting also, vice versa. But majorly, we write data step for access and management. We write a proc step for analysis and reporting. Now tell me, so the data which is present in a text file, I want to get the data into SAS as a table. Now what is this called? Now this is called data access. Isn't it? Getting the data from outside into SAS is called data access. Now tell me, now if I want to do the data access, what step I should write now? I should write a data step. Because if you want to do the data access, what is the step we should use? Data step. Now, what do you mean by data step, by the way? If you start our program with the keyword of data, we call it as a data step. So now I'm writing a keyword called data. Now tell me, after writing the keyword data, then what we should write? I told you in the last class, we should give at least 1 space, and after that, you should write the table name. Whatever the table you want to have, you should write the table name. I want to have my table name as EMP. I am writing the table name EMP. You can write anything. You can also write employee or a salary, whatever you want, you can write it. And I told you this is the end of the statement. How to say in SAS this is the end of the statement?
With semicolon.
By keeping a semicolon. Very good. Semicolon. And yes, so it will create a table called EMP. Now tell me, to create this table, where do we have the data? The data is present in a text file, and the text file is this one. You need to tell the SAS system data is present in this text file. So that means you need to specify the location of this file. How to specify the location? To specify the location, now we write a statement called in file. So that means where we have that file to get the data. Sir, now tell me. I cannot hear you. How about others? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Sometimes breaking something.
Yeah, your voice is clear. No issue.
Okay. Okay. In file, now tell me how to get the location of the file.
Right
click.
Properties.
Location of
Copy the location. Now I'm going to how to copy it. Select it. Ctrl+C. Copy it. Now go to the program and paste it. But we have this location up to the folder only. So that means we have only the folder in which we have the file. But in that folder, what is the name of the file, by the way?
Demo 1.
And you should write that one. Now, how we can do that one? Now, again, we should keep one more backward slash and we should write demo1. And but what is this demo1? It is a text file. How to say it is a text file?
Dot
You
txt.
should write an extension. And I told you each and every file is going to have a unique extension. How do you know that what is that extension? Here we have a type of file. In that we have a text document. After the text document, can you see within the brackets, we have extension called .txt. And you should write that one. Now go to the program and write .txt. This is the complete path of the file. But I told you in SAS, whenever writing a path, you should always keep that location or a path within the inverted commas. If you keep double inverted quotations at one side, on the other side also what we should do, you should keep double inverted quotations. And as this is the end of the statement. Again, how to say end of the statement? By keeping a semicolon. Very good. Now, okay, I'm creating EMP table. To create the table, yes, I'm getting the data from so-and-so location. That is also fine. But in which columns you want to keep this data? Now we have to specify the column names. How to specify the column names? To specify the column names, now we write a third statement called input. In the input statement, you have to give the column names. What are the column names you want to have? Now, I will show you the data. Based on that, you only tell me what are the best possible column names that you can tell me.
ID, name,
Name, age, gender, salary,
salary, location.
Location.
Very good. So now I'm going to add the column names now. I'll go to the program back again. Now I want to have EMP ID. Then I want to have a name. Then I want to have an age. Then I want to have a sex or gender. Then I want to have a salary. I'm writing SL sal. And then I'm writing LOC. Location LOC. I have written the column names and the end of the statement. How to say end of the statement? By keeping a semicolon. Now end of the program. How to say end of the program?
Run.
Keeping run.
Semicolon. Now, how to execute the program? You know, in this program, I have others, what you call information also. But if you want to execute only this program, what we should do? We need to select only these 4 lines of the program. And then how to execute the program, by the way? How to execute the program?
In the toolbar, there is
F3 or
a
F10
run.
plus F3
Very good.
or
Here
run.
we have a toolbar. In the toolbar, we have a submit button. This is called run or submit button. You should click on this one. Or otherwise, what is the alternative that we have?
F3.
F3 or F10 plus F3.
F3, very good. Now I'm going to click on this submit button. As soon as I execute the program, it will create a table called EMP. Okay. Now where this table will be get created, I told you on the left side,
Library.
here we are going to have an Explorer window. In the Explorer window, you will have a libraries folder. In the libraries folder, we are going to have 6 libraries, but the default library is the work. It is a default. Automatically, when you create a table, and this table will be get saved or created in the work library. Now I'm trying to open the work library by giving a double click. Now here in the work library, we have, can you see, we have a table called EMP. And if I give a double click, now the table will be get opened. Now we have data in the EMP ID column, age column, salary column, but there is no data in the name, sex, and location. And you know the reason. And I told you, according to SAS, SAS can understand only numerical data. Very good. It cannot understand the character data. You should take SAS to understand character data.
We need to put dollar.
The dollar symbol.
We need to keep a dollar symbol. Very good. We need to keep in a dollar symbol.
dollar.
Now, yes, sir. How to keep that dollar symbol? Now, after the name, by giving at least 1 space or without space also, we can write a dollar symbol. And again, after the sex also, dollar symbol. After the location also, dollar symbol. Now select this entire program again one more time and you can execute. You can execute n number of times, not a problem. If you execute 3-4 times also not a problem. The program will be get executed. Now I'm trying to open the EMP table. Can you see? Now we have data in all the 6 columns. Now clear this one? This is what we have done in the last class.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt. I understood till here, but can you please explain me how to see the data means when we run, what we say, when we give that command,
Okay.
run command, where can we find this
Okay.
file? Can you walk me to the process?
Sure. So when I click on this one, okay, I will tell you. Since you asked me the question, I think few of them are going to have such kind of doubt. Now, first of all, I'm opening the SAS software, okay? Now, this is the program that I have written, okay? Now, how to execute the program? Select the program and click on submit button. The program will be get executed. What is the result of this program? Why I have written this program? To create a table called EMP, okay? And where this table will be get created? Can you see on the left side, we have vertical pane like this one?
Yes.
And this is called Explorer window. Can you see here on the down here, we have Explorer.
Yes, sir.
In this Explorer window, we can find 4 folders and libraries is the important. In this libraries, it will be get saved. Now I'm going to click on the libraries, double click. When I click on the libraries, now we can find 6 libraries in the libraries folder and one among them is work. This is a default library. When you create a table, automatically that table will be get created in the work library.
So
Okay.
all these 6 folders will be available earlier. Means we need not create
Yes.
them. They are default. They will be available.
These are default. Yes, these are default. Whenever you install SAS software, automatically you're going to have these 6 libraries.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So work is a default one. Automatically, the table will be get saved in the work library. Okay. Now, can you see when I open the work library, now we can see a table called EMP. Now, if I open the table, now we can find 6 columns and we can find 23 rows. Can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Now, if you carefully observe these tables, there is a commonality among them, among the character data, and there is a commonality among the numerical data. Can anybody tell what is that commonality that we have?
Alignment, sir.
Characteristics is aligned in the left side and numerical things are aligned in the right side.
Very good. You know, in the EMPID, we have numerical data. In the column, now these values are aligned on the right side. Can you see this one?
Yes.
On the right side. Name is a character data. Can you see on what side we have this data?
Left side.
Left side of the column. And again, age is a numerical data. Can you see on what side we have the alignment?
Right.
Right side.
Right side.
So in general, the numerical data will align on the right side. The character data will align on the left side of the column. That is the fundamental characteristic of character data and numerical data in SAS. So numerical data will align on the right side. Character data will align on the left side of the column. Clear, everybody? So EMPID data is on the right side. Age values are on the right side. Salary values are on the right side because these 3 columns contains numerical data. Name values are on the left side. Gender values are on the left side. Location values are on the left side. So generally, character data will be on the left side. Okay, that is a fundamental characteristic of data in SAS.
Excuse me, sir. From your
Yes.
text document, if I want to exclude, for say, age or sex column, so while writing the program, if we exclude it, does it excludes and comes? Like, yeah.
We'll see that one in a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, tell me what is the table I'm having now with me?
Employee.
I have a table here. Now, I want to create a new table called EMP1 from existing table called EMP. So already I got a table undandi. A unna table ni దగ్గర నుంచి I want to create a new table. So I want to create a new table from existing table, not from the text file or not from Excel sheet. I want to create a new table from the existing table called EMP. Then how to create a new table from existing table? Simple words, in a simple common term, I can say, I want to take a Xerox copy from EMP, original copy. From EMP, I want to take a Xerox. How to create a new table from existing table? Now I'm going to write a program for that one. Now data, space, what is the new table one you want to have? I want to have a new table called EMP1. End of the statement, semicolon. Now in the second line, now we should set. Set is nothing but copy. From which table you want to copy? EMP. Now set the existing table, EMP, semicolon. Now end of the program. How to say end of the program? Run, semicolon. Very good. Now, if I execute this program, now I am going to have EMP1 from EMP. You know what? This EMP1 is also going to have the same data that what we have in the EMP. So EMP1 is also going to have the same 6 columns and 23 rows. So if you want to create a new table from the existing table, this is the program that we write. Understand this one? Can you help me now? I want to create EMP2 from EMP again. Remember, I want to have EMP2 from where? From which data? From EMP. Now you should write like this one: data space EMP2
EMP2
semicolon
set
EMP semicolon
run semicolon.
Now, if I select the program, execute the program, now I'm going to have EMP2, and this EMP2 is also going to have the same data as of EMP. This is how we create a new table from the existing table. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the point of creating a new table with the same data like EMP? Well, I already have EMP, right? Why we should create one more table with the same data? Now tell me one more time. I want to create EMP3 from EMP. Now data space EMP3 semicolon set EMP semicolon. Very good. Now can somebody tell me what are the columns we have in the EMP? Anybody?
6 columns.
6 columns. Do you know what are those columns?
Employee
Age,
gender salary
age, sex, salary, and location. Very good. Isn't it? Now, but in the EMP3 also we are going to have the same columns, no? Because just I'm copying it. Isn't it? But remember, when I'm creating EMP3 from the EMP, I do not want to have all the 6 columns in the EMP3. I don't want to have all the 6. I want to have only employee ID, name, and salary. I want to have only 3 columns. Now, if you want to have only 3 columns now, we are going to write a statement called keep. What I want to keep? I want to keep EMP ID, space, I want to keep a name, I want to keep salary. Okay, now this is the end of the statement. How to say end of the statement?
Semicolon.
And by the way, while I'm creating EMP3 from the EMP, I don't want to have all the columns from EMP. I want to have only these 3 columns. So I'm telling just keep only these 3 columns. Generally, what is the meaning of keep when we use keep? If you want to have something with you, isn't it? So while I'm creating EMP3 from EMP, just keep these 3 columns. I don't want to have all. Now see, if I select the program, if I execute the program, now I am going to have EMP3. Now EMP3 will not have all the 6 columns. It will have only
3 columns.
3 columns, which is EMP ID, name, and salary. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm giving a task. I want to create EMP4. Okay. In the EMP4, I don't want to have all the columns. I want to have name, sex, and location. Name, sex, and location. Now tell me how we will write the program.
Data,
Data,
EMP4,
semicolon, set,
keep
right. Keep,
name,
sex,
Location.
and location.
semicolon.
Generally, when writing a program like this one, you will get it out.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
we need to write the dollar symbol here?
Symbol is not
Yes, sir. Dollar symbol. That doubt.
Remember one
We
thing?
have an EMP now.
You should write only dollar symbol when you are writing an input. If you already created a table, again, you no need to write a dollar symbol. Simply writing a variable name would be enough.
Okay.
Okay? You don't require the dollar symbol. Okay? Now, select this program. Select this program and execute the program. Yes, I'm going to have EMP4. In the EMP4, I am going to have only name, sex, and location.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, if we add a dollar symbol, what is going to happen?
You will get an error.
Okay. Okay.
You will get an error. Okay? Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, is there any syntax or option to change the alignment of character data and that numerical data?
No, you cannot change.
Sir, if we copy paste in Excel means it will also look like this only, no?
Yes.
It will come, the character will come on right side and numerical will come on
Numerical will come on the right. Yes.
right side.
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing happens even if you transfer the file into Excel also.
Yes.
Sir, what if the client asks for that alignment change, sir?
We'll see that one. During the reporting, we can change that alignment.
Okay.
We'll see that one during the presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Now, yes.
sir, if we have many number of columns, like 20 columns, and if we want to edit, like remove only minimum number of columns and to keep so many number of columns, can we use the same keep over there?
1 second. I will let you know. Now tell me, I want to create EMP5. Okay. Remember one thing. I want to have employee ID. Okay. I want to have a name. I want to have age. I want to have sex. I want to have I want to have a salary. How many columns I want to have, by the way?
Fine.
EMP ID, name, age, sex, salary. Now tell me the program in the EMP5, I want to have 5 columns. Tell me the program one more time. Data, EMP5, set, EMP,
Semicolon.
keep, EMP ID, name, age, sex, salary. Now, can you tell me how many columns we have actual in the EMP?
6, sir.
Out of 6, how many we are keeping in the EMP5? 5. Now I'm selecting this program, executing this. Yes, I have EMP5. Now can you see we have all the 5 columns. Out of 6, I'm keeping 5. I'm going to write the same program in a different way. Now this time I am writing data. I want to create EMP6. Set, I'm creating this from which data set now? From EMP. Now, instead of specifying keep 5 variables, 5 columns, I'm writing now this time what I do not want to have.
Location.
Location. Now I'm writing drop location. Now semicolon. You know what I'm doing here? While I'm creating EMP6, from the EMP, copy all the columns except location. So drop the location so that the location will be get dropped so that you will get all the remaining columns. So here in the EMP5 and in the EMP6, we are going to have the same columns. But here I am writing what I want to have. Here I'm saying what I do not want to have. But EMP5 and EMP6, both the tables are going to have the same data. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now you only tell me I want to create EMP7. Okay, in the EMP7 I want to have EMP ID, I want to have a name, I want to have age, I want to have a salary. This is what I want to have. Now tell me how we can write the program. Data
space
EMP7
EMP7
set
EMP
Drop
keep
Salary
Drop.
location.
Salary.
drop
location text
Location.
location semicolon
Run.
Now in the EMP7 I am going to have all the variables except sex and location. Can we write the same program in a different way by using a keep statement? How we can do
Yes,
that
sir.
one? Data
keep
EMP8
data EMP
set
EMP
keep
keep
EMP
EMP ID
name and salary.
Semicolon. Run.
execute.
Both the programs are going to give the same result, isn't it? But which one is better here?
Drop.
Why drop is better?
Because we are giving only one.
We giving only
We only giving only one location which we do not.
This is better because the program length is very short. Generally, in the real time, the length of the program directly proportional to typing errors. మీరు ఎంత lengthy programs అన్ని typing errors రావడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. You should always set as short as possible. Okay? Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir, if I want selective columns in the initial table only, can we do that?
Yes, we can do. We can write here itself in the program. We'll discuss about that one later. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
But first of all, I will create one master table. From that, I will create new tables with the required data. But if I filter the data here itself, in future, if I want to have, I cannot have it, right? So that's why first of all, I will create a table. Then from the table, I will create a new tables with required data.
Sir, in short, we are copying from main table, na?
Yes.
By using set.
Yes. First of all, we should create one master table. From that, we'll create a new tables. While creating the new tables, you will write the program according to your requirement. Okay?
Sir, while giving infile that path, whatever path is there, so in security option already it will be included with .text. Up to .text is already included, that path. There's no need to write that demo and .text.
Sometimes when you're copying from the security in Windows 7 and 8, you will get an error. I will tell you in a shortcut in future how to get the entire path, okay? Okay. Since we are in very early stage, I'm discussing only the basics of program. Okay? Okay. Now, this is my master table EMP. Now tell me, when I'm creating a new table, if I say keep EMP ID salary, what will happen? You will have only EMP ID and salary. Now, if I say drop location, then what will happen?
we will have applied in name.
Drop the location and the remaining will be the same.
Only
Very good.
location.
It will drop the location so that you will have the remaining. But when I'm talking about keep or drop, that means I'm talking about selecting or deselecting of the columns. If I say keep EMPID salary, these two columns is going to get kept. If I say drop location, the location will be get dropped. So if I say keep and drop, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about columns. నాకు కీప్ ఈఎంపీఐడి శాలరీ అనుకోండి, ఎవరు ఉంటారు? ఈఎంపీఐడి శాలరీ ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ ఐ సెట్ డ్రాప్ లొకేషన్ అనుకోండి, ఎవరు డ్రాప్ అయిపోతారు? లొకేషన్ డ్రాప్ అయిపోతారు. అంటే కీప్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ ఈస్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ద కాలమ్స్. బట్ నౌ ఐ వాంట్ టు సెలెక్ట్ ద డేటా హారిజంటల్లీ. ఐ వాంట్ టు సెలెక్ట్ ద రోస్, not the columns. If you want to select the data horizontally, if you want to select the rows, how we can select the rows? Now, I am giving a task. I want to create a EMP1 from EMP. So I'm writing data EMP1 semicolon set EMP semicolon run. Now tell me, in the EMP1, what data we are going to have? We are going to have the same data of EMP, isn't it?
Yes, sir, completely.
Yes, sir.
But in the EMP1, I do not want to have all the 23 employees. I want to have only the female employees out of these 23. In these 23, we have both female employees and male employees. But I want to have only female employees. So I want to have this record, this row, and I want to have these 3 rows because these 3 employees are females. Again, I want to have this row. So now I'm talking about selecting the data horizontally. Understand the difference?
Yes, sir.
Understand the difference between keep or drop and now? Now, if you want to select only few rows, now we are going to write a statement called where. Now, can you tell me in which column we have information about that employee is either male or a female? In which column we have that information? Sex column. Very good. Okay, sex column. Now you should go to the program. You should write where sex is equal to what is my requirement?
Female.
Female. You should write sex is equal to female. And end of the statement, what we should do? Semicolon. Remember one very important thing. I told you in the last class, SAS program is not case sensitive. SAS program is not case sensitive, but data is case sensitive. What is the data? Now this is data. Whatever the thing I selected here, and this is called data. Now, can you tell me in the data how we have female information? How we have the female?
In small letters. Lowercase.
Very good. We have female lowercase letters. So in the program, you should write only the lowercase letters. You should not write uppercase letters like this one. No, you should write only small letters or lowercase letters like this one. Now, after writing the lowercase letters, and you should remember one more thing. When you are writing a character data like this one in a conditional statement, you should always write that data within the inverted quotations. If you keep single inverted quotation at one side, on the other side also, you should keep the single inverted comma. Understand this one? So, character data is case sensitive. You should write in the same case, and you should always keep within the inverted quotations. Okay. Now I am writing where sex is equal to female. Now, when the data is copying from EMP to EMP1, whichever record, whichever row satisfy this condition, only that row will be get copied into EMP1. అంటే ఒక్కొక్క రోని చెక్ చేసుకుంటుంది. While it's checking whichever row satisfies this condition, only that row will be get copied into EMP1. Now see, I am selecting this program. I am executing the submit button. Now we have a EMP1. If I open the EMP1, now can you see how many rows that I have? I have only 11 rows. So now can you see in all the 11 rows, so what is the gender value that we have? Female. That means we selected only female data. Female records. female employees. Understand this one?
Yes.
Sir, once repeat
Tell
it, sir.
me.
If it's in caps.
Yes, sure. I'm going to repeat again. I want to create EMP2. I want to create a new table called EMP2. In the EMP2, I want to have only the employees who works in Hyderabad. Understand my requirement? I want to create a new table. In the table, I want to have employees who works in Hyderabad. Now, can you tell me, by seeing the master table, in which column we have that whether the employee is working in Hyderabad or not? In which column we have that information? Location. Now remember that one. Now I'm going to write a program. Now tell me how to write the program. Data
EMP2 set EMP where location
semicolon that EMP. Now you should write where location is equal to semicolon.
Inverted comma.
Remember one thing, when you're writing a condition, if it is a character condition, you should always write within the inverted quotations. And one more important thing, exactly, you should write in the same way how we have in the data. Now, can you see how we have in the data? Hyderabad? We have HYD. You should write only HYD. You should not write Hyderabad. You should write only HYD. Okay? Now, while the data is copying from EMP to EMP2, whichever record, whichever row satisfies this condition, only that one will be get copied into EMP2. All the other things are going to be get deleted. Now select this program, execute the program. Yes, I have EMP2. In the EMP2, now can you see, out of 23 employees, 8 employees are working in Hyderabad. Can you see? For all the 8 employees, the location is Hyderabad. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Inverted commas single le petale sir, double petne padeda double.
Anything, that's what I'm telling. You can use either double or single. Anything will work. But if you keep single at one side, on the other side also you should write single only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Now, my requirement is, I want to create EMP3. In the EMP3, I want to have all the employees who are getting salary 50,000 or above 50,000. Understand my requirement? 50 or above 50. What is the mathematical expression for 50,000 or above 50,000?
Greater than 50.
Greater than
or equal.
Very good. Greater than or equal. Because I want to have 50 or above 50. So you should say greater than or equal to 50,000. Isn't it?
Yes.
Now, how to write a program to get the data like that one? Now, data P3
Set
semicolon set EMP semicolon where in which variable we have, which column we have that information?
Salary.
Salary.
Now, where sal greater than or equal to
Or equal to 50,000.
50,000. And end of the statement semicolon, end of the program. Remember one thing, if it is a numerical data, you no need to write a quotations.
Character.
And a numerical data will not have a case sensitivity. Okay, now I'm selecting this program, executing. Out of 23 employees, 10 employees are getting salary 50,000 or above 50,000. Now we have only information about those employees. Clear, everybody?
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, I want to have a table, EMP4. There I want to have all the employees whose age is 30 or below 30 years. What is the program that you will write? 30 years or below 30? Data EMP4 set EMP where
Age.
age
Less than or equals to 30.
Then
Submit.
And remember one thing, in SAS, instead of where, you can also write if. Both will work in the same. Okay? You can write either where or you can also write if. Now, if I execute the program, now I am going to have EMP4. In the EMP4, what records I'm going to have? I'm going to have only information about employees whose age is 30 or below 30.
Or lab below 30.
Out of 23, 16 employees' age is 30 or below 30. I got only that information. Clear, everybody? Now,
So this will
listen
work
carefully.
only for salaries, sir. Salary
Anything. Anything.
if statement.
Here also you can write if. Okay. Here also we can write if. Wherever you want to have, we can use. Not a problem. Here also we can use if. I will tell you later what is the difference between if and where. But you can use both. Okay.
Sir, for numericals, it is no need to keep inverted commas.
That's what I'm telling you. No need to write quotations, and for numerical data, there is no case sensitivity. Only for character data, we should keep inverted quotations, and for character data, we have case sensitivity.
Sir, if the data is alphanumeric,
That is it. In SAS, we are going to have only two types of data. One is a numerical, another one is a character. I will tell you later when we have an alphanumerical data, what we should do. Okay? Okay. Now, listen carefully. I want to create EMP5. You know, some of you guys are using speakers so that I'm getting back my voice back. Please don't use speakers, okay? Okay. I want to have only female employees information. I want to have only female employee rows, but who are getting salary 50,000 or above 50,000. Okay. Now, what is my requirement? I want to have only female employees, and that too, whose information I want to have?
Females
And salary 50,000. So that means I am asking you two conditions. What are the two conditions? Gender should be female, and the salary should be 50 or 50 or above 50. 50 or above 50. So I am asking you two conditions. Now, how to write a program
Data.
to get
Data.
okay.
EMP5 set EMP
Where?
Data,
sexy.
EMP5,
Keep female.
set
Keep female.
EMP. What do you want me to keep?
Female.
You want me to keep female?
Equal to female.
Keep salary.
Keep sex is female.
Where sex is equals to female, salary is equals to salary greater than or equal to 50,000.
Somebody said they asked me to keep something. What do you want me to keep?
no.
where
Sex and salary.
Where?
Where sex
Where?
equal to female.
Equal to female, salary
Female.
Female.
Salary
salary
greater than
greater than or equal to 50,000.
semicolon.
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 Anybody want to say any suggestions for this one? You want me to execute the program?
Female will be small letters.
Okay. I'm writing small letter. I'm selecting the program. I'm executing the program. Yes, I have EMP5, but unfortunately, I'm not getting the data. Remember one thing. When writing a two conditions in one program, one statement, both the conditions should be joined.
Okay.
By the way, what is my requirement? Can you tell me one more time?
Female employees, so salary should be above
I want to have female employees and salary. I want to have only female employees, so who are getting salary 50,000 or above 50,000. So that means I want to satisfy this condition. Gender should be female, and at the same time, salary should be greater than or equal to 50,000. So if you want to satisfy both the conditions, between the two conditions, you should write an operator called AND. What is that operator you should write? And after writing and, can you please read this condition and tell me what you can understand from this one? At the same time, sex should be female and salary should be greater than or equal to. Say for example, this is our master table. Both the conditions should be get satisfied at the same time. Can you tell me in the first row, what is the gender value?
Female.
And but what is the salary value?
Below 50,000.
This will not be get selected now. This will not be get selected. Okay, when this will be get selected, gender should be female and the salary should be greater than or equal to 50. Now this record will be get selected. This row will be get selected. Both the conditions should be get satisfied when you're writing an AND operator. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm selecting the program, executing the program. Yes, I have a MP5 now again. Now can you say out of 23, 4 employees, gender is female, and at the same time they're getting salary greater than or equal to 50,000. Understand this one?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Now in the real time.
Sir, once repeat it, sir.
When you have two conditions, okay, if you want to satisfy both the conditions, between the two conditions, what is the operator you should write? You should write an operator called AND. If you write AND operator, the left side to the AND should be get satisfied and the right side to the AND also should be get satisfied. Both the conditions should be get satisfied at the same time. Then only that record will be get picked. Otherwise, it won't be get picked.
Sir, when we require 3.
Now, since you asked me, I'll tell you one thing. I want to have female employee and I want to have only female who are getting salary 50 or above 50, and I want to have only who works in Hyderabad. Then what should I do now? Now I'm going to write and LOC is equal to HYD. Now all the 3 conditions should be get satisfied. Then only you will get the record. Understand? Now see, I'm selecting this one. I'm executing the program. Now we have, I think, only one employee. She is female and she is getting 54,000 and she is from Hyderabad. All the 3 conditions should be get satisfied. Then only you'll get that record. Otherwise, you won't get that record. You can write n number of conditions, but between the 2 conditions, what we should write? If you want to satisfy all the conditions, you should write that. Now this time, now instead of AND, we can also write OR. Now tell me what is going to happen if I write OR?
Either this or that.
That is fine. Now tell me what data I will get in the MP5 now. If I write a program like this one.
The data which is having
The female data, salary about it. Maybe one will.
Male data.
Male that also.
We'll get all the data of female
And
who are
male
greater than.
who is having above 50,000 salary.
Can you come again?
We will get the data of both female and male who is
We'll get all the data of female.
than or equal to 50,000.
So ultimately, what I'm going to have in the MP5?
Both the things will come.
Both
Any
What do you
one
mean by both the
condition will be satisfied.
Female and greater than
Salary greater
Female
than
like
equal to
female is
50,000.
greater than
like previous
That all data.
who are having.
I'm writing here where sex is equal to female or salary greater than or equal to 50,000. So if this condition is satisfied, if this condition or that, if this condition is satisfied, what you will get? You will get
only female data.
you will get all females,
Female.
right? If this condition is satisfied, what you will get?
Only salary
Who are
above
having the
50,000.
salary above.
Who are getting salary
Greater than or equal to
Greater than or equal to 50,000. Now tell me, ultimately what you are going to get.
Sir, at first
All male and female who are
female
having
data
salary above 50,000.
only we will get
Sir, we will have females at the top and
Like
others
previous
will be
table of sir.
We will get only female data.
You are going to have all the females plus males, but whose males information you are going to get? Who are getting salary above 50,000. So here we are getting all the females, and here we should get whoever getting salary 50 or above 50. Again, females already selected here, so you are getting males also who are getting salary 50,000 or above 50,000, isn't it? Now see, if I execute the program, now this is our data. So I'm getting all the females.
Salary less than 50,000 for females.
Females also, because we'll get all the females. Whether they're getting a 50 or not, you'll get all the females. If this condition is satisfied, you'll get all the females.
That is.
But you will get only males who are getting salary above 50,000.
Above 50,000.
That is the difference between and or. You can add either and or depends upon your requirement.
Sir, can we use n number of statements here also?
Yes, you can do n number of conditions. Clear, everybody? This is how we are going to manage the data. And these are the few examples of data management. But in the real time, we do very complex management techniques, and we'll discuss about those during the actual classes.
Sir, once execute again.
Could you able to? Which one?
Sir,
This one?
once execute. EMP5.
Guys, am I audible?
Hello.
Am I audible, guys?
Okay.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir. You are
I
audible.
lost, I lost the power connection. So I am not having, just now I lost that power connection. Now tell me, if you want, if I execute the program, yes, you'll get all the females plus males who are getting salary above 50,000. Now, guys, could you able to understand the programming, yesterday's and today's class? Do you have any difficulties with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, give one more example for this EMP5.
Definitely. I will give that example in tomorrow's class. Okay. We'll continue in tomorrow's class.
Sir,
Apart from that, do you have any doubts?
Sir, please send data for practice.
I will do that one. Once you started our regular classes, definitely I will send you the data. Okay.
These are
I will
not
tell you.
regular classes.
No, I will tell you, because right now we are in demo classes, right? I will tell you how to practice once you have completed the demo. So once I told that one.
This lecture, sir.
Pardon? Come again? I didn't get you.
Sir, actual classes will be started from when?
See, there is no such thing like an actual classes. Slowly and gradually we are moving into that actual classes. So of course this is a demo, but at the same time, this is not only the demo. This is SAS.
Already
In the
some
demo-
of us are
demo-
paid sir, fees.
Oh, yeah, I can understand. Demo in the sense.
Double our money, sir.
Pardon? Come again, I didn't get you. I didn't get you, sir. Tell me again.
Previous classes miss అయితే notes ఏమైనా ఇస్తారా అని వాళ్ళ క్వశ్చన్.
Okay. Previous classes miss అయితే notes. No, they are going to provide the hard copy, right? Institute is going to provide the hard copy. In that hard copy, whatever I discuss in the class, everything is going to be in that hard copy. Okay, but we don't provide you any recording. If you want to have, you should record yourself. You should record. There are some apps, screen recording apps. You can use those apps to record the class. But we don't provide you any recording videos. Okay.
Sir, can we install the software in our personal laptops? Not
Yeah,
the
that's
Stanford
it.
server.
Yes, sure. I strongly recommend you, if you have a laptop, you should get installed in your laptop. Stance is going to provide you that installation for free.
Okay, but if we cannot go to them personally, do they
You
do
can do
that
it online.
virtually?
Yeah, they do
Okay,
online.
thank you. Thank you.
మేము అవైలబుల్ ఉంటే వెళ్ళొచ్చు సార్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవడానికి.
Yeah, definitely. You can come to the institute and they're going to do the installation. You can come with the laptop.
Yes, anytime it is possible or selected time?
Morning 9 o'clock to evening 5.
Sure, sir. Sure.
But
Sir,
otherwise, if it is not possible, you can download. They're going to share you the online notes. You can get it in server. You cannot download that into your system, so you can access in the server.
Sir,
Yes.
when we are going to have this WhatsApp group, sir?
Then shortly they are going to create a WhatsApp group. Maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so that they can share the information in the WhatsApp group.
Sir, if we are unable to come to install the software, can we install from our...
Yeah, online. So see, yes, they are going to provide you a Google Drive link. Okay, you should download that SaaS software. Once you are downloaded, by connecting through TeamViewer, they will install virtually.
Okay.
Sir, when will we receive hard copy notes?
Hard copy. If you are local, you can go to that institute and you can collect your hard copy. Otherwise, they are going to charge you some courier charges so that they can send you through courier. If you are
Okay,
non-local.
We are non-local, sir.
So then you can consult that, like they are going to charge you around 50 or 60 rupees for courier. And if you pay that one, they are going to send you a copy through courier. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody? Any doubts?
Can you just repeat what you have discussed in the yesterday class, sir? Just by words only.
We discussed the same thing in the starting. How to create a table when we have a data in a text file. We didn't miss much.
Okay.
Sir, I lost my signal. Can you tell me how to download the SaaS software in our personal laptop?
Yeah. So when you contact that Stansis Institute, okay, they will share you a Google Drive link. By clicking on the Google Drive link, you can download the SaaS software. Okay, SaaS 9.4. Once you completed the download, if you inform to them, and they will install the SaaS software through TeamViewer.